What's up, guys? James Carter TV back again, finally for another video. I know it's been a week, but for those of you that are new to this channel, I currently go to Vanderbilt, and sometimes the work and the stress levels are high. There are valleys and there are mountains, and last week was a mountain, but now I'm getting into a little bit of a valley so I can make videos again. And I'm going to talk about the NBA, and I haven't talked about the NBA all season long since the season began. I made my predictions video before the season began. I made that predictions video. You can go back and watch that. And I picked the Golden State Warriors to win the NBA championship, and this is a prediction that I'm sticking with. But specifically, we're going to talk about Steph Curry and LeBron James today. And people are so sick of talking about or hearing people talk about the Golden State Warriors or hearing people talk about or talking about Stephen Curry. People are sick of this. People are tired of this. And I'm sorry, because I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to talk about how great he is. I'm going to talk about how great they are and how Steph Curry is currently having a better season than LeBron James ever did. And moreover than that, if LeBron James is not careful, Steph Curry is going to surpass him on the list of all-time NBA players. Now, if you ask ESPN, LeBron James is the third best player of all time. I think this is absolutely ridiculous. Really quick. Okay, LeBron James has, what, a 13-year career. Has he done really good over that time period? Absolutely. But if you're going to rank Shaq, right? This is my number one comparison here. If you are going to rank Shaq 12th, because you feel, the only reason you rank Shaq low, if you rank Shaq lower than number 10, which you can do, by the way, if you do that, it's because you are saying that he did not have enough longevity in order for him to be considered top 10. Because for 10 years, Shaq was dominant. Specifically for a 5-year period, in those 10 years, he was the most dominant player in NBA history. So you are saying that those 10 years are not enough for you. So if you are going to say that, then how can you then say LeBron James' 13 years are good enough, and if he died tomorrow, he would be the third best player of in NBA history of all time? That is ridiculous. Now, if you're talking about, okay, for a 10-year period, who was the best, then you have to include Shaq over him. And if we're talking about a time period even less than that, we need to start talking about Steph Curry. Because Steph Curry is playing absolutely fantastic, absolutely terrific, magnificent. And I can't believe people are finding excuses, finding any ways to excuse of what he's doing. He has a stacked team. Let's start with that. He has a stacked team. Are you guys out of your minds? This is not a stacked team. Klay Thompson is a good player. Now, if he went to Milwaukee, if he went to the Lakers, if he went to the Magic, are those teams going to, they're probably going to make the playoffs. Are they going to make the Western Conference Finals? I'm not sure about that. Are they going to win the finals? Hell no. Klay Thompson is not a top 10 player in the NBA. He might be 10, maybe close to 10. You can make an argument for that. Is he a top 10 player? Hell no. Okay? Well, LeBron James, in 2011, 12, 13, he had, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, who were both top 10 players in the NBA. You could say Chris Bosh was only top 15, but Dwayne Wade was definitely top 10 during this time. This is when they were in their primes. Yes, so Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh were top 10, at least top 15 NBA players alongside LeBron James. So do not come here and say Steph Curry has had a better team than LeBron James has ever had. That is ridiculous. Now, this Warriors bench is better than the Heat bench because the Heat bench only had these random three-point shooters like Ray Allen, Shane Battier, Udonis Haslem, Birdman, and Mike Miller. But these are guys that can come in and play well. Let's move on past Klay Thompson. Draymond Green is overrated. Now, he does do a lot of nice things for you. He can get a triple-double. He's averaging 14 points, only 14 points, like a 9 rebounds, 7 assists. He's a good defensive player. But if he went to Detroit, if he went to Milwaukee, if he went to Orlando, you wouldn't hear anything about this guy. He's no better than Chris Middleton. He's no better, not even close to DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Damian Lillard, Dirk Nowitzki. he's nothing. I mean, he's a nice player. If Draymond Green is your best player, what a bad team you have. If he's your second best player, you're better, but you're still in trouble. I mean, he's their third best player, and if he went anywhere, if he went out east, you wouldn't hear anything about this guy. Harrison Barnes, this guy is a nice player to have, a nice starter on your team, like an Antoine Walker, someone that's a nice small forward, can get a little dirty, but he's not going to be the third best player on any NBA team. And if he is, you're in trouble. Andre Iguodala is getting older by the minute. Andrew Bogut can't stay healthy, and he really sucks. I mean, he's not a top 10 center in the NBA. What is this great supporting cast you people are talking? Leandro Barbosa is washed the hell up. Sean Livingston is a bust. I mean, what great supporting cast are you people talking about? There's no great supporting cast here. It is Steph Curry and his absolute greatness that has this team being, the greatest team ever in the history of the world in the NBA. Now, I mean, obviously, if you want to compare the NFL to the NBA, blah, 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 I mean, this is one of the greatest records ever. I mean, these guys are 51-5, and I'm hearing people coming up with excuses saying, well, the NBA game is much easier, the teams they have to face are much easier. No, this guy's great. He put up 51 against the Magic. He put up 42 against the Heat. And put up clutch shots against the Heat. They're going to win the NBA championship. They're going to be back-to-back champions, and there's no evidence to suggest that they're going to stop anytime soon. We look like we're looking at a dynasty here. I mean, really, they're young. Steph Curry, really, that's what we're talking about here. Steph Curry's young. Klay Thompson's good, too. He's the number 2, though. And they're young, and they're healthy. And one thing I really like about Steph Curry's game and why it is so sustainable, he's not a guy like Derrick Rose or a guy that, a guard that likes to go and dunk and go down low and bang around and jump around and bang around down low. I think that's a very unsustainable game. It makes you very susceptible to injury. But because Steph Curry's game is primarily an outside game, and he's never just gonna go after guys. He's never just gonna try to take on Andre Drummond and bang around down low. He's gonna probably do he layups the ball so high. Just do a nice high layup. He's not going to bang around. You never see him on the ground falling around. He knows how to play safe and smart. He only missed 3 games this season, one of which the Warriors lost. They're 2-1 without Stephen Curry. And one of those wins was a 3-point win against the Orlando Magic. I mean, this is a great team. I mean, specifically, this is a great player. And now back to LeBron James. LeBron James. I understand why people have wanted to anoint this guy from day one, but you can't deny the fact that right now, though Steph Curry's having a better season than LeBron James has ever had. Steph Curry, current PER, 32.8 player efficiency rating. That is not only better than LeBron James has ever had, it's better than anyone has ever had, and this includes Wilt Chamberlain in the days where he got 100 points per game. Okay, this includes that. You're talking about a guy that looks like he's going to absolutely shatter the win shares. I'm talking about advanced statistics now. He's averaging 30 points per game, 50.7% shooting, a 3-point percentage through the roof. He's going to break his own record for the 3-point made, on pace for 386 threes this season. I mean, this is a better season. And to lead a team to possibly, he hasn't done it yet, but they're on pace to possibly the greatest record ever. Klay Thompson will be lucky if he makes the Hall. Is Klay Thompson a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer? Now, if they keep winning titles, they win 5-6 titles, then Klay Thompson will be a Hall of Famer. If he left and he went anywhere else, he's not a Hall of Famer. Damian Lillard is down in Portland or up in Portland, wherever he is geographically to you. This guy's putting up 51. He's averaging 25 points per game, and no one cares. Damian Lillard is not going to make the Hall of Fame. And this is the player Klay Thompson would be if he was anywhere else but Golden State. But when you attach yourself to Steph Curry, when you attach yourself to this man and the way he's playing, He's playing better than LeBron James has ever had, playing better than he's ever played. We're talking about a guy that could go down. If he keeps this up, I need to see, honestly, if he can just do this for 3 more years, and I mean championships too. And don't forget about this. Steph Curry 1-0 in the finals. If he wins this one this year, 2-0 in the finals against LeBron James, 2-4. He will have tied LeBron James in championships. If he can continue this run, and if I'm LeBron James, I'm shaking in my boots because I go to Cleveland. I try to do these guys a favor, and here comes this superpower by the name of Steph Curry. And these guys are going to prevent me from being able to bring a championship to Cleveland. And now this guy may end up being a better player than I ever was. Man, if I'm LeBron James, I'm scared. I'm shaking in my boots because Steph Curry's doing things. I mean, guys, stop coming up with excuses. Oh, he has a great coach. What are you talking about? Okay, here's what happened. They hired Steve Kerr. I would like to credit Steve Kerr for what they're doing, so let's credit him. Steve Kerr misses the first however many games this season, and they're better without him. So, here's the deal. Are you telling me Luke Walton and Steve Kerr are the greatest coaches ever? Or that maybe they have a common denominator and they said, oh, Steph Curry is just really good. And this team is just really good under the leadership of Steph Curry. Because either that or they're the greatest coaches ever. I don't know where this stat team nonsense is coming from. I don't know where this great coach nonsense is coming from. You're coming up with excuses. You're coming up with this and with that. You sit around and you enjoy the show. You're going to see more Steph Curry, and I say good. You people have been begging for a new Michael Jordan, a new Kobe, well, he's here, and you don't like him? Come on. Sit back, watch, and enjoy this great man lead this great team to great success. Until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.